So why it is taking me so long to get to this, I have no idea. But here we go. This is the vlog for our time on the Carnival Breeze. What you see here is Byron packing up the car. The audio is muted, but he is actually complaining about us and our bags. But anytime we're going through Texas, always stop at Whataburger. We actually are getting a Whataburger here in town, so we won't have to go to Texas to get Whataburger anymore here pretty soon. But this is we were a couple hours into our drive at this point. To get to Galveston to get on the ship, it's about a 9 hour drive in total for us. Anyway, first though, we went to Houston and we stayed overnight in Houston. This is Byron at the Apple store doing like testing out like their VR set. We were doing our little shopping and stuff, and then we went and ate at the Cheesecake Factory that was right there in the Galleria, just because we just needed, we were tired. We, had been on the road all day. We were exhausted. I did not end up getting my bag at the Coach in the Galleria because they did not see anything that I loved, or they did not have anything that I loved. This is baby. Look, his sister playing with him, playing with that baby. Okay, so the next day we got on the road to get from Houston to Galveston. It was pouring rain. We actually had to stop and grab some stuff from a huge Target. I was so sad that I did not get to take my time in that Target because that thing was big. But anyway, like I said, gotta get from Houston to Galveston. It's about an hour drive, and it was raining the whole time. It was just a mess. But then we got through got through boarding and everything. We got there at our check-in time, and this is just footage from like the little like the embarkation party is what they call it. It's usually out on the deck, and it's usually like a big thing. You've probably seen videos and stuff of it on TikTok, but it was storming, and so didn't get a chance to do it the way it normally would have been done. That first night, very low key. This is me, getting a shot of the water. This is the next morning. This was a sea day. Yeah, we had a sea day, and then a stop in Cozumel, and then a sea day back. So this was a short one. This is, I had gone out to hunt down some coffee, which is one of my complaints about being on the cruise ship. The only place that I could get oat milk for my coffee was at the little. It was like literally like a little cafe, which I hated. But look at my girls. Do you see how tall they are? They're 14 and 11. Do you see that my 11-year-old is taller than my 14-year-old? Anyway, here is just a shot of the water. This is just walking around the deck. We've actually sailed on the Carnival Breeze before, I think maybe 7 or 8 years ago. And we were much more impressed with the ship then than we were this time around. Like, don't get me wrong, ship, it's still a nice ship, but we were definitely starting to see some signs of age. And so, there was that. Ultimately, we had a good time, but this was not our favorite cruise experience, and it actually prompted us. We are booked for another cruise this summer, and we are actually going to be sailing Royal Caribbean for the first time. We're going to be on the Utopia of the Seas, which is going to be like their newest ship. I think our sailing is like the second or third sailing of that ship. So pray for us. But anyway, here's another shot of the water. I love looking at the water. I don't want to be in it. I just want to look at it. This is BJ walking around on the ship. He was such a big hit. He was such a big hit on the ship. Everybody loved him. People would always stop to talk to him and speak to him. And look at him. Just the sweetest little sweetie pie. And then this is me. I'm going to show you guys our rooms, what we ended up doing, because we booked this last minute, and so we could not get a room for 5. So what we ended up doing was we booked adjoining rooms, and we just had the doors open, but it was actually so much space. Like, it was a great amount of space. We never felt claustrophobic, even with 5 people. Essentially, the girls slept over there. Me and Byron slept in the other room, and we just had that door open between the two, so that so that we can keep an eye on the girls, because they're still young. And then this is just BJ getting ready to get out so he can walk around some more. So this is a little bit later. The girls wanted to go to the pool. That was all they wanted to do, was go to the pool, go to the pool, go to the pool. So they had already gone ahead. Byron had gone with them, and me and BJ were hanging out. But then he woke up, and we decided to go, like, let's go see what's up. Let's go see what they're doing. He actually cannot be in any of the water on the ship. So I did put him, I put him in bathing suit, swim attire, but he could not be in the water. And then this is dinner that night. This was actually formal night. BJ was not feeling it. He was not feeling it. He didn't like the singing. He just wanted to be in my arms. It was too many people trying to talk to him, and he was just over it. And so yeah, like this was a stressful dinner night, and I think this is the night that I never got my plate at dinner. Like I got my little appetizer or whatever, but I never got my actual main dish plate. And so when we went back to the main dining room the next time, the staff and stuff, because I didn't say anything, like I was stressed and over it, and I ended up, I just left because I had to step out with BJ or whatever. But the staff was so apologetic and all of that, and they made sure that I was okay and all of that, which I really appreciate it. But this is just going up the elevator. What did we do after dinner? Oh, this is the night that we ended up going to the arcade the first time this night. This is the game that while the girls were off, doing the stuff to get the coins, trying to get tickets, this is what me and Byron ended up caught up on. And so I was watching him, and it went back and forth and took turns or whatever. I was horrible at this game. I was horrible at it, but I was giving it my best. No, you didn't, girl. You didn't, though. But yeah, the girls spent time, racking up tickets and having their little fun and all of that. And they had their little budgets for how much they could spend on the cruise, and so they were utilizing it for their little fun times and figuring out, what they wanted to do with all their little tickets.
Duck, 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 duck. We gotta clean it off. Here's your ducky. That's your ducky bag. No, I think he's.
And then this is my necessary shot of the water overnight through the window. We had our rooms were ocean view rooms, which helped it not feel, as claustrophobic as it could have. And then, of course, that is the next morning as we are heading, approaching Cozumel. I don't think you can see any land quite yet by this point, but we were definitely approaching land.
Hey BJ, can I have my sign and sale card back? Mr. BJ, may I have my card back, sir? Uh-oh, where did it go? There it is. You don't want it? Only if you take it, huh?
You want your pajamas off?
Okay. That's you, buddy.
This is BJ, just kind of keeping him occupied at breakfast while we were waiting, while waiting for meals to get delivered and all of that, and just kind of, you know, playing with him. And this is that footage of what he was doing, messing around in the camera. Again, we're just really kind of blowing time, waiting for a lot of other people to get off the ship, so that we didn't get caught up in a long line trying to get off. This is just a shot of like the dining rooms, just kind of, the decor and all of that. They were really, really pretty, but again, you can see, you can see kind of some of the wear and tear with different things. This is outside on the deck. We're at the port now. You can see the other ships in the background. You can see the port. You can see that there's not, just a ton of people still waiting to get off the ship at this point. The water was so pretty. This is Cozumel. We actually, our very first cruise that we ever went on, one of the ports was Cozumel. Cozumel was the first time I'd ever been to the beach. This may be 10 years ago, because Izzy was 2 or 3 years old, and she's 14 now. So this is, like I said, about 10 years ago. And so it was kind of, nostalgic coming back to it. But I feel like we've seen so much and we've changed so much that we weren't as, like, once we actually got to the beach, we weren't as impressed with it as we maybe had been in previous times. This is actually Byron's footage. From like getting off the ship and all of that, and kind of walking through the port. And we're about to go catch a taxi. Like, look at that water, look how pretty that is,
That's the
look how
crew.
beautiful that is.
We're out
So
here.
this is when we were walking through Cozumel, and people like the shopkeepers and stuff are definitely trying to get you to come in and come and shop. But we just kind of breezed through here because we weren't really looking for souvenirs or anything like necessarily at this point. So we just kind of breezed through here to get to the taxi stand so that we could find that, and make our way to Mr. Sancho's.
I mean, BJ. What's
Say
up?
hi, JoJo.
BJ.
So this is me having, you know, my little drinky drink. This is actually my first drink since I guess since before I got
What do
pregnant.
you mean?
Yeah, like this
Oh, it has kind of
little
brown
drinks
up
that I
front.
had were my first drinks, and I don't
Yep.
know if it was that or what, but they really hit me. Anyway, this is Byron's footage from his GoPro when him and Zoe were out in the water. You can see, you know,
Big
what the
wave
water
jumping.
looks
There's
like,
one coming at
all
you.
of that.
Oh.
Yeah, it reminded us of South Padre. Like there's even a point, I don't know if you can hear that in the background, where Byron
He
even
pushed
remarks,
us
you
up
know,
again.
the water looks like it might be South Padre, which
Big
is
one.
fine, you know, it's
Oh, that
fine.
one was tricky.
But I think
That was
what
sneaky.
we were wanting, you know, we're
That one
thinking
was
about, you
sneaky.
know, Hawaii, we're thinking about the Bahamas, etc., etc. So took Beach Booty out. He wanted to get down so bad, but the way that the beach was laid out, it's like you had beach chairs basically up to basically all the way up to where the tire came in. And so there was no place where I felt like I could kind of comfortably, like really, really let him play in the sand without literally like holding on to him. Which I didn't like that either. Like there was probably space, you know, further up the beach or something like that
Can't
where I
let you
could
go,
have
man.
gone. But you know, I didn't feel like doing all of that, so we just sat right
I
here
can't
because
let you
that's
go,
where, you know,
BJ.
you see Zoe in the background coming out of the water. But I just sat right here with them so that he
Yeah.
could, you know, feel the water, feel the sand, etc., etc., etc.
There's Miss
He
Zoe and
he liked it. You
Daddy.
see his little inquisitive look on his face.
Yeah. Ooh. Hey. He's trying to get me to let him go so bad.
You got my bag.
It's this.
Stop sign says Alto.
Okay, this is us leaving so that we can make sure to be back at the ship on time because the ship will leave you if you are not on a cruise sponsored excursion. They will absolutely leave you there. And so we went, even though we were supposed to be back on the ship by 3:30, so we left here at 2:30. This is me. I think I was talking about riding dirty because the seatbelts in the thing, like the seatbelts were not because I was carrying him or wearing him, the seatbelt was not big enough. And so I'm just like holding on for dear life.
Oh, see, that's such a pretty curve.
Yo, yo. Family. Leaving Mr. Sancho's. Everybody have a good time? Toba? Yeah?
Everybody hot and tired.
I'm tired. Traffic. Stop sign says Alto.
So we are back in the room from Mr. Sancho's. We are all beached out. Um, we were more we did the all inclusive package from Mrs. Sancho's. Which ended up being, you know, quite a bit, you know, 65 a piece for me and Byron, I think it was like 45 for Izzy, 40 for Zoe. BJ was free, but we also paid about $60 for transportation. So all in all, you know, a $300 event, and or close to $300. And it was just okay. Like the food was good, the drinks were strong. The drinks, the drinks were strong. Um, and the food was decent. The food was good. The food was good. Most of the food was good. Some of the food, you know, I wasn't really impressed with, but some of the food was good too. I think all in all, I think we've changed. I don't think that I think we should have chosen maybe Paradise Beach Club, or I think we should have chosen somewhere else. And you know, the beaches in Cozumel, like it was beautiful. It was beautiful to look at. You saw the little clips and stuff I had, but when we think about the other places that we've been, you know, St. Thomas, Jamaica, Hawaii, like when we think about those beaches, it's like it's not the same. Like it's not that white, you know, fine sugary sand, you know, super super turquoise water, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, there's that. But we had a good time. Everybody's hot and tired, and yeah, I gotta go rinse sand out of the baby. Jay, what's up? Hey.
You down there. You not stuck.
Hey, what's going on? What doing? Oh, you Zoe, he's got a candy wrapper. Can you come get that from him? So this is where we were getting ready to leave. We were getting ready to leave the port, and we went back up to kind of look and be nosy and see if anybody was like going to be running trying to catch the ship, but we didn't see any port runners or anything like that. So good for them. This was dinner. You could see Brian standing up, being silly, participating, with like the dancing and all of that that was going on. This was another thing that I could say. Like, I feel like on previous cruises that we had been on, which we had not been on a cruise ship in like 5 years. Like, our last cruise was in 2019 before this one. Just in terms of like, just like the energy and all of that of not just the crew, but like the passengers too. I don't know if something was like a little off, you know what I mean? Like, people, just kind of getting used to being around each other again or what, I don't know, but it was a little different, I will say. Yeah, this was beautiful. This was, I happened to catch, the visual of the sun going down, and that was just so pretty to me, and so I got a shot of it. Look who is exhausted, passed out. Definitely definitely lots of that.
Is she waiting to go or she's ahead of him?
This is the next morning. BJ and not BJ, Zoe and Daddy went and did the sky course, which is just like the rope course on the top deck of the ship. When they did that, I can't remember what I think me and Izzy went to the shops to go see, if they were doing any sales or anything. But they weren't. They decided not to do anything special, I guess, for the last sea days. So we went ahead and came up to, there's Zoe Bug going fast right there. But we went ahead and instead of hanging around there, we just came up to see what they were doing. Oh, this was before lunch. Yeah.
Legs. Get a shot of the whole scalpeless. Look up. BJ.
This is BJ walking around having a blast. He loved, getting to just exercise his little legs, just move his little legs around and see what he could do.
That's okay. Look. BJ.
So after we left there, we went to go hang out over here. This is Guy's Pig and Anchor Barbecue. It's only open on sea days and only open for lunchtime on sea days. And we were like, we cannot miss it. Like I said, this is our fifth cruise, always on Carnival. This is only the second time we've managed to actually get this because we would always miss when it was open. But this food was so good. This was probably the best meal that we had on the ship because that was another thing. I feel like the food, like the quality of the food is not what it used to be. But this meal was it. This is another, this is some of Byron's footage again from him filming. I borrowed some of his footage. Okay, again, this is BJ walking around, charming people, kind of poking his little head around to see what he can see what's going on, see like what's up, y'all? What are y'all doing? What are y'all talking about over here?
BJ.
At any moment that he could.
BJ.
And then we went back to the arcade because the girls had, the last of their little vacation budget, and they decided they wanted to use it in the arcade. So we went back to the arcade for them to be able to, just run the rest of it out. And as you can see, they ended up with, a bunch of tickets from different stuff, and yeah. When we came back to the room, there was some debate over what this was. I think it was a dinosaur. I think it was a dinosaur, but Myron was looking at it, or BJ was looking at it, and then the girls were regaling us with. They ended up getting all those little tickets and points they got. They ended up getting a bunch of these little weird ducks and stuff, just a whole bunch of little stuff that they got, and they were putting on a performance for us with these things.
Like some flames on their head. Oh, people.
Then we went back out to actually hit like the splash pad water park type of thing. In a second, you're going to see Zoe come out of this water slide. There she is right there, coming out of the water slide. Very, very intense. Very, very, very intense. And then I'll just let her come talk about it.
Daddy right behind you? No. It's... he was, but I don't think he's wet yet. Okay. My hip hurts. Why does your hip hurt?
And then right here, Byron is about to come out. Do y'all see how he came out of there like freaking sideways or something? Craziness. Trying to give me a heart attack. So, like I said, BJ could not be like really like in the water, but one of the lifeguards told us it was fine for him to like walk around and have his feet in there. But if you're not potty trained, like you can't, like if you're wearing a diaper or whatever and you're not potty trained, you can't be like in the water. But we were letting him walk around, feel it, feel it on his little feet, and he loved that. He did keep trying to, push it a little further. Okay.
Oh, okay, that's the wrinkle. I thought you had a cut on his toe. Like when it goes straight. The bucket is coming. Put him down, let his feet touch it. Just more in my eye. Okay, catch him, Zoe.
And then Daddy came and took him to test some things under the bucket right now.
Did you like it? Yay! Yay! Mom, now it's rompers. It's fine. Yay! He's just trying to lick it off his face.
And then after that, they wanted to go to the pool one last time. They wanted to go to the Lido deck pool this time. The other time we went to like the tide pool, the pool that's on the back of the ship. This pool is like the pool that's kind of in the middle or whatever. And so we came and did that. And we only stayed out there a short time, me and BJ, because I was hot. And yeah, I was like, all right, I'll finish this. I'm gonna take the baby inside because he was sleepy too. Like I'm pretty sure he ended up wanting to sleep. Like, yeah, I think that's what's coming up. Like I was getting a shot. There's a ship in the background there, and then yeah, I remember this. This is like he was knocked out asleep right there, and so yeah. All your bags are back. So this was the last dinner. They did like a little where everybody sang and stuff, and there's a point later, where everybody's gonna do like the Macarena and the chicken dance, and they had everybody pull out their flashlights and wave their flashlights and all of that, and it was really cool. And then after dinner, we found our cruise director, Lawrence. He is right here with the glittery shirt and like this big afro wig on. He's kind of leading everybody along in this like sing-along thing, and everybody's just out there participating, lots of crowd participation, having a good time, to kind of wrap things up.
I need you to do something for me. We're going to do it again. We're about to create a memory right here, ladies and together. People on the dance floor, take your phones out, definitely down there on one side. Put it up.
And then this was the next morning. This was so weird to me. Like, this is like, I don't know if it's like the Coast Guard or something, like some type of inspection or something that they needed to do. But this was so close to the ship. Like I am at the window of our room. We were on deck one for this cruise, and like I did not like this one bit. It's getting closer. That was the freedom. And then here is Izzy writing a note of appreciation to our room stewards.
Get in there.
Stop, Izzy, stop. This is us.
So we are finally at the world famous Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's before. Something Izzy had to come to Buc-ee's or something like that.
How you feel? Girl, get your feet out of there.
We're at the Buc-ee's Superstore station.
This thing is huge.
The size of that Target.
I don't know what they got in here.
We about to go see it. I really need to know for what gas station needs to be.
It's like a grocery store.
It does. This is bigger than our Kroger.
It might be the same. That's what it looks like.
It's good to live in the moment and not talk about people's pimples.
Well, you keep walking up towards the camera. Huh?
You want some?
Well, I'm thinking about getting some. I mean, the price on them.
What's wrong?
So that was our trip. This is us driving back. This is one of the first breaks that we actually had in the rain because it was an insane rainstorm on the drive back to, like, when I say on the drive back, I mean nearly the whole way back. Rain, 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 rain. But yeah, that's it. That was our vacation. I came back feeling refreshed, and then immediately got sick because I poisoned myself with fudge because I forgot that there's milk in fudge, and I cannot have milk. Like, I literally felt like I was dying. But we had a vacation. All right, y'all. Bye.